And now it is my pleasant duty to introduce our honored guest, who will speak with us today about educating the heart and the mind, and doing so as the universal responsibility for the 21st century. He is a man whose authority and infectious personality speaks to persons of all faiths, whose learning is as extensive as his wisdom is profound, and whose teachings draw so deeply upon the wellsprings of Buddhist philosophy and Tibetan culture. His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso, was born July 6, 1935, to a farming family in northern Tibet, northeastern Tibet. At the age of 2, he was recognized as the reincarnation of the 13th Dalai Lama. And Dalai Lamas are understood to be manifestations of the Bodhisattva of compassion, the patron saint of Tibet. After 17 years of rigorous education in literature, art, culture, medicine, philosophy, science, and language, His Holiness earned the Geshe Larampa degree. That is the highest degree in the Tibetan education system, equivalent to a doctorate in Buddhist philosophy. In 1950, His Holiness was called upon to assume full political power also as head of the state of Tibet after China's military action in Tibet in 1949. After years of unsuccessful peace talks, it was in 1959 that His Holiness escaped into exile and established his residence in Dharamsala, northern India, the seat of the Tibetan political administration in exile. His Holiness is a man of peace. In 1989, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his nonviolent struggle on behalf of the people of Tibet. He also became the first Nobel laureate to be recognized for his concern for global environmental problems. His Holiness describes himself, and he told us this again today, he describes himself as a simple Buddhist monk. A monk with 3 principal commitments. First, on the level of a human being, His Holiness is committed to promoting compassion and forgiveness, for promoting tolerance, contentment, and self-discipline. Recognizing all human beings as the same, His Holiness refers to these human values as secular ethics. Second, on the level of a religious practitioner, His Holiness is committed to promoting religious harmony and understanding among the world's major religious traditions. Despite philosophical differences, all major world religions have the same potential to create good human beings, in his view. Third, as a Tibetan who carries the title of Dalai Lama, His Holiness is committed to serving the Tibetan people as a free spokesperson in behalf of their struggle for justice. Since 1959, His Holiness has received countless awards, honorary doctorates, and prizes in recognition of his message of peace, nonviolence, interreligious understanding, universal responsibility, and compassion. Most recently, he was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal, as you heard Congressman Lewis say, just last week in Washington before coming to Atlanta. In 1998, Emory University awarded His Holiness an honorary doctorate. And to conclude my introduction, I would like to read from the citation that was given to him at that time for that award. It read, "The President, trustees, and faculty of Emory University take pleasure in honoring His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Descending from the lion's throne, you walk among your people, embodying compassion, reviving hope. Awake, alert, mind ranging far in disciplined curiosity, you build a bridge between the East and the West for the sake of all who would seek enlightenment. Your principled refusal of the world's reliance on violence and confrontation opens a path from the wilderness of the human heart to the peace of the Tsangpo River flowing through the land of the snows. The humility and mindfulness of your visage frame a Buddha's smile, tracing bemused and gentle kindness. Your heart combines the courage of the eagle and the mildness of the dove. Please join me in welcoming His Holiness, the Dalai Lama.
Firstly, I want to express to the sky, it seems now quite okay. A little bit worried. This morning, some raining. So very good. Now, they are the after Lundi Chagam, what I learned when we facing difficulties, most reliable friend is our own inner quality, mainly warm-heartedness, compassionate feeling, including physical illness and also tragedy. No matter what the difficulties, if you keep here warmth or affection or warm-heartedness, then you can take these sort of, painful experience, can take easily. So these painful experience comes and goes, will not remain deeper sort of wound in our mind. If our mind, more agitated mind, more more closer to anger, hatred, then even small event immediately destroy our peace of mind. Then the impact in our whole mind much more stronger. As a result, that prejudice of imprint in our mind remain longer period. As a result, you will be unhappy person. Eventually, your physical condition ruined, and whole your life then become difficult. So challenge, some problems always there. But then, when we face this problem, our own mental attitude is the key factor. Whether these external problems can destroy your peace of mind or not, mainly depends on your own mental attitude. That I learned. So whenever I have the opportunity meeting with public, I always share this experience. So my three commitments already President is made already clear. So I do not go to repeat. So it is quite pity. Now nothing left to say. So So now the point is, as I mentioned earlier, we should have clear awareness about our potential. Those potential of destructiveness, potential of constructiveness. I think very important to know that and make distinction. What kind of emotion is constructive? What kind of emotion is destructive? Then usually we take for granted all these negative emotions pass through our mind, so it's something normal. And that's a mistake. Through that way, we neglect about these inner different sort of emotions. So as we take as it is serious philosophy, we usually make distinction in matters or external things, something helpful to us, something harmful. We realize that, analyze that, then those harmful things we try to get rid of. Those helpful things we take, not only take, but try to multiply. So similarly, within our mind, among the emotions, once we realize that some are very harmful, some are very helpful, then I identify these different emotions. Then we have to make effort to reduce this destructive emotion and try to increase or positive or constructive emotion. Now destructive emotion, how to reduce, how to tackle these. All these positive and negative emotions not right. Without causes and conditions. These both positive and negative develop is according to its own causes and conditions. So at the level the causing about to move, that time with mindfulness, awareness or checking our own mind, that is the prime time to tackle, to take preventive measures, so that these destructive emotions that cannot develop, even develop with some weak force, and will not remain long period. So now, meantime, with realization of awareness, those positive emotions, then try to nurture these positive emotions. Then these emotions contradictory. So the positive emotions such as compassion, loving kindness, these things gain strength, gain strength. Automatically, the strength of anger, hatred, these things will reduce. So that's the nature law. Like heat that increase, the coldness reduce. Coldness increase, heat reduce. Something like that. In our emotions, the contradictory forces by nature. What is it there? So now the question of compassion. Firstly, the seed of compassion from birth we already had. Because very nature, we come from our mother, and our survival entirely depends on others' affection, others' care. So not only human beings, but other animals